All right, so it's winter time and it's time to organize tackle. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about the way that I like to organize my tackle. Everyone's got their own method that they like to use. A lot of guys use the special mate spoon hanging boxes. I had those for years. I hit a big wave once, had one of those fall over, and all of the spoons fell out of it, and it was a complete disaster, and I've kind of gotten away from those. So the center of my organization technique now revolves around these clear plastic boxes. A few people make them, Plano makes them, Flambeau makes them, but it's basically just the clear boxes, or clear trays, with the little break-off dividers. So I organize my spoons in a couple different ways. I like to organize them both by size, so I'll do like small spoons and mag spoons in different boxes, but I also like to organize them by species or target. The reason I do that is because, you know, say it's the spring and I know I'm going to go brown trout fishing. I just want to go and grab the 2 or 3 boxes of lures that I think are relevant for that day's fishing, use those lures, and when I'm done, put them right back in the box. So, for example, here's a steelhead box. You can see in here there's a bunch of different little red spoons, all stuff that I might use when I'm out steelhead fishing. I've got another box here, and this is named small brown stuff. Essentially, this is little things that you might use for brown trout. You know, needle fish and Lake Ontario flashers and little perch colored things and honeybees, that sort of thing. Evil eyes, brown trout love evil eyes. So this is my brown trout specific box. When I want to fish for brown trout in June, I get that box out. Also, though, I'll just organize it by size. So this is generically an NK28 box, just full of a bunch of different NK28s. The only problem I find with this organization method is when you go to take one spoon out, you'll get a bunch of spoons at the same time. Those aren't actually 28s. Those aren't actually NKs. Those are Diamond Kings, but that's beside the point. And then here's a box of Magnum spoons. And, you know, I've got them organized by color in this box. So the clear boxes are nice because you can you know, just take out the box you think you might need, or the couple of boxes you think you might need, leave all the rest down below, and then when you're done, you put them back in that box. You can lock them, you can close them up. You don't have to worry about anyone getting stuck. There's another couple of ways that you can use to organize your tackle, though. Amish Outfitter makes these really cool lure pads. It's basically a foam pad with a clear plastic cover on them. Again, this is a steelhead one. So I've got all, you know, a combination of my favorite steelhead lures on this pad. When I want to go steelhead fishing, I just grab a couple lures off here, put them out. If I don't like, you know, if I'm not getting results, I can change them up to different steelhead lures, and then they're covered with a pad. I don't have to worry about anyone getting stuck. If I'm out there fishing, I can just hang this pad out in the back of the boat when I'm fishing, and boom, there it is. Same idea, but here's a you know, a lure pad full of stick baits. So that's maybe an early season brown trout thing. And here's another one full of stick baits. You know, different. These are bay rats. Here's some more brown trout specific lures that I might use early in the season. Amish Outfitter also makes a really nice sort of carrying case for these. You can put all of your lure pads inside of there and close it up. And then again, all the lures you might need over the course of a couple of trips are right there, and you can put them away. Then there's no lures out on the dashboard or on the floor for people to get hooked on. Another organization technique that people often struggle with when they're fishing in the Great Lakes is things with leaders. Like, for example, these are Laker rigs. Amish Outfitter also makes a really nice, it's basically a piece of foam, and you can stick the Laker rigs right in there. And then when you're storing them, you just clip the Velcro. Everything is covered. I do kind of the same thing for my cut bait rigs. So again, you stick the cut bait rigs in here, you wrap them around, you pin them down. For my cut bait rigs, so again, you stick the cut bait rigs in here, you wrap them around, you pin them down, cover them up with a pad, and then you don't have to worry about sticking anyone with your lures. You can do the same thing with fly rigs. Same idea. These are all atomic fly rigs right here. So they're all stuck right into there, wrapped up in the pad, Velcroed. Now everything is safe. Another thing I feel like people struggle with a little bit when it comes to storing their lures is flies. Flies is a big problem. So there's two ways, as I see it, to store flies. I actually got this method from Tom Allen from Atomic. So when I got flies, they would come pre-wrapped in these little Post-it notes, basically. There's the fly. When you're not using the fly, you just basically slide it right into the package. Now it's safe for handling. And you can see I've done this with a lot of my different Atomic flies. Again, they're all organized by color in this case. The other way you can do it is to just use one of these clear plastic ones, and instead of wrapping them, you can just lay them flat in here. That's how I do that with this. Another issue that comes up is organizing terminal tackle. So again, I use the clear plastic boxes. You can see in this box I have treble hooks, and I have single hooks, and I have split rings and all sorts of different stuff. And then the other big issue that can sometimes come up is how to organize your fly and meat rig tying materials. And what I've done, again, just again with the boxes, so you've got your beads, and you've got different meat heads, and you've got your squids for tying rigs, and your extra peanut rigs and that sort of thing. So I like to use these clear plastic boxes for organizing just about everything. You can see what's in them. You can label them. You can take them out when you need them. You can put them back down below. They're locked. You don't have to worry about things, flying all over the boat and causing all sorts of trouble. So those are some ways I've found to help to organize tackle and keep things clean on the boat. It's best to do all this stuff in the winter, before the chaos and the madness of the season starts. I find that once the season's on, I don't really take the time to put things away like they're supposed to. So if you start with a good organization technique, it's easier to revert back to that when the season goes on. So clear plastic, Amish Outfitter pads, and then these Amish Outfitter pool noodles with the wraps on them are really good ways to do that. Everyone's got their own thing, but that's mine.